Welcome back in. Great to have you here on WKYT. Recent events across the country, of course, have given us reason to pause and say thank you to police and firefighters, those first responders who are out there every day should an emergency arise.
We're joined by Lexington firefighters Jessica Bowman and Todd Holman to gain some insight into their essential roles, maybe some things that we don't think about that you do every day. And we thank you very much for coming in.
Thanks for having us.
One thing that's always been interesting, there will be a medical run. Basically, you call an ambulance and a fire truck shows up. Why is that?
Well, one thing that a lot of people in Lexington don't realize is the fire service and the EMS service are the same group. All firefighters are EMTs at a minimum. About half our department is trained as paramedics as well. So where in other cities you might have a fire department and an EMS department and they're separate, here in Lexington we are all the same. So
you get the engine there because they're the quickest to respond when you don't maybe have a, as you called it, a buggy available, an EMS vehicle?
Exactly. Yeah. Sometimes, during the day we're extra busy. There's peak hours. There's going to be attacks on our resources. The engine company may be closer, and they do have paramedics for most of them, and EMTs at least.
Well, and sometimes there can be a very big response to what might be a very small incident.
Right, so we respond to what is reported to us, and it's a lot easier to scale back our resources if we get there and we realize it's not what was initially reported. But we would rather have too many people there and not need them than not have enough and need them. Do
you sometimes get word en route that it's not as big as you thought and you can just kind of slow down?
Sometimes we will. Sometimes we'll get maybe a private alarm or a fire alarm come in and we get a report that it was just a false alarm, and we'll go ahead and send a unit just to confirm. But again, we would like to make sure.
Absolutely.
Far easier to send trucks back than to need them.
Yeah.
What are some other ways you serve the community?
Actually, fire obviously and medical, but we have a hazardous materials team. There's 2 interstates going through Fayette County, and there's a lot of chemicals and things like that can come through here. CO runs we get. We also have arson investigation, building inspection, and the office that Jessica and I work in is community services and public education. We have a dive team, and we have a lot of things we do in the community.
Quickly, I know you're going to try to recruit some more women firefighters in an event coming up.
Right, we have another event coming up on Monday from 6 to 8 p.m. at the Fire Training Center on Old Frankfort Pike. If you are a woman between 19 and 34 and you think you might be interested in a career with the fire service, come join us on Monday.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Appreciate you coming in, and thanks for all you do.
Thank you.